But before we get started, I got twists and I gotta wear a hat because my hair looks crazy. Alright. Yeah, what's good, everybody? Back here with another video. Thank you for everybody that checked out my last video about self-awareness in this time of quarantine and the Rona and the cooties. You feel me? This is a quick turnaround because I got a lot of time to think instead of being active. You feel me? But I was challenged by someone the other day to like go after this public speaking thing, and so I'm just relating what thought process I went to in order to actually activate that and stop, as one of my coworkers used to say, bull jiving around. You feel me? And it's crazy because the same day I got challenged was the same day I was encouraged to like take this thing into actually being a profession, public speaking. I actually am uncomfortable behind the camera. I'd much rather be in front of people. Like, I'll take the crowds over a camera because you get energy from people. Someone challenged me and I was like, all right, cool. Let me be more intentional. Stop wasting time and thinking that you're planning for something and just jump into it, right? Like, be forceful with it. Now, I'm not saying force it. Be intentional and saying, hey, I am going to go for this, right? And I sat back and I said, what stopped me from doing this? What's something that would stop me from being intentional about anything that I want to do? And the first thing that came up was fear. And I have like a little, it's not a journal. I mean, it is a journal. I was finna say diary, but it ain't no diary. You know what I'm saying? And now I just write down stuff like, stuff's in my head. I write it down, write my goals in here and stuff like that. But the first thing that we have to overcome in order to be intentional about anything is fear. And I have my own definition of fear. So, fear is an insecurity in your ability as a human to handle a situation properly or successfully, given the perception that others have failed at it too. So, I sent that to somebody and they were like, yo, I'm confused at the last part. And I said, well, okay, let me explain that. Now, this is just my definition based on things that I was fearful about growing up and even early as an adult. And fear is really an insecurity in yourself that you can't successfully handle a situation. But the reason why you're insecure is because, one, you might not be at a point where you trust the work that you put in, trust your ability, and two, because you've seen other people that have been less successful or other people that have fallen on their face, and because you don't have that confidence in your ability, you automatically compare yourself to them, and that's a negative comparison. And another way that we can also compare ourselves and be fearful about approaching something is when you see somebody that's successful in it and you think they had a leg up on you, and you look at it and say, hey, in order for me to do this, I need that. So you know what, I don't feel like getting embarrassed. I don't feel like going after it because I'm afraid to fail, right? And that's fear. That's something that I had to overcome because, when I tell you, I don't feel comfortable behind this camera doing this, but I know in order for me to get in front of people, this has to be a springboard, now, because everybody's portfolio is online, right? And so it's just anybody that wants to go after something, especially in this time right now, like, be intentional. Like, set a game plan. Apply yourself to anything that you can at this point. Even though you're in your house, even though you away from people. Shoot, everybody doing these TikToks. Technology's still working. You feel me? Like, just go for it, and don't care about what's going to happen down the road. Just be confident in the fact that you apply the work, you put in the research, you put in the work, you put in the grind. You got to have ultimate faith in your ability, ultimate belief in your ability, but also can't worry about anybody else's timeline. And I said that, and I know a lot of people say that, but really think about it. Like, everybody is comfortable not paying attention to people's timeline and people's timelines when it suits them. So when people say, "Oh, I don't care about," is that lightning? People are confident in not comparing themselves when it's comfortable for them, like when it suits them. Like, if you're good at something, you're not going to compare yourself to somebody, right? If you're naturally good at something. But if you're striving towards something and you're not all the way confident in yourself, there's something that every human goes through, and that's a comparison, because if somebody else did it, you're going to look at them. Instead of look at them to get bits and pieces of how they did it, we look at them and be like, yo, they did it like this, I got to do it like this. Or I didn't do it like this, so I'm not going to get the same results as them. Like, yo, forget that. Your path is your path. Your journey is your journey, you feel me? And just be confident in that and eliminate that fear. So this is something that I wrote. You know, normally I don't like to be scripted, you feel me? But this is literally something that I wrote last night. All right? The perception or the observation of someone failing at something that you want to do is a subconscious influence that sticks in the back of your head that cannot be overcome if there isn't a strong sense that you have prepared and you believe yourself to already be in possession of what goal that you're striving for. In the book, As a Man Thinketh, you are not what you want to be, you are what you will yourself to be, right? So you already have to believe that you are capable of handling whatever position you're going for. And the same goes for comparisons. We see people who may have accomplished similar goals as you and may seem to have more resources and a bigger springboard, and that creates a sense of fear in going after something. The doubt of pursuing and the comparison during the pursuit of a goal accompanied by insecurity breeds fear. I ain't hear this or know it. This is what I'm sitting in my room. This is what I'm thinking about. All right? And it makes sense. Let me read that again. The doubt of pursuing and the comparison during a pursuit of a goal accompanied by insecurity of ability breeds fear. And we fear what we do not understand. Be confident in your ability and understand that if you put in the work, you're always right on time. Then I finish, so never compare the timeline of any one of your accomplishments. Just go for it. All right, so this is part one of being intentional, and that's eliminating fear and just going for it. As I think through this for myself, I'll write it down so I don't forget my thoughts and so I can get it out of my head and on paper so I can be clear, you know. But hey, we all in this together. Hopefully this helps somebody. And because I'm stuck in the house, as you can see, I'm recording outside with lightning and everything. There's gonna be more videos, so hopefully we can get traction on this. But ultimately, I'll be transparent about one of my goals. Of course, hooping in bigger markets overseas, but speaking in front of crowds, and that's something that I've been blessed to be able to want to do. All right, so y'all be easy, be safe, 6 feet, keep pushing. Gotta be sure, man. You know what I'm saying? TP6, we out here. Y'all have a good